I should give it a shot. I appreciate that, but I think it's time that you give them a taste of something else because I just can't let that go straight. It works with the loss of data that.
Turn it up a notch. We're from hot, now we golden. Just like not when we ride and we rollin'. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Watch them burst in the flames like the word was the plague. One centrifugal, forcing you to listen and informing you the mission is possible. Prodigal sons of the prophets, running through your pockets. Bitches like the gossip, but we versing every topic. Pulling party out the rubber, reward them on the double. Jacob's trouble, we'll be burying the bodies. Shotty with the shotty, wishing a nigga would like a lock. Yeah, I ain't hating, it's all good. Horse run for the legion. Crying of the heathen going up like the night we had to slide out of Egypt. Spill the blood of the covenant, let judgment run down like water. From martyr to slaughter.
It's damn near a crime. It shows you. And which is such, that's the real witchcraft. The real witchcraft is I steal your self-esteem and then I sell it back to you. And I'm another nation, so I sell it how I want to sell it. Come on, man. I don't want to be a slave forever.
Building with the man of Sanders and Mary Magdalene. Phileas caught him slipping in the darkness, hit them targets with the javelin. Sleeping with the enemy is enmity. Quite literally, get with my nerves like a perm. Let it burn. I return with the Mac. I'm sticking to the script cause the law is intact. To water in advance. In the world, I was of it, my nigga. I would covet. Like Dolph did the Jewish man. Threw it in the oven. Second coming with the smoke. He fucking with the cold. Speaking to the reservations through the revelation. Universal education. He with the observation. Profit is my occupation. We are not debating. This a hostile takeover. I'm swimming in this bitch and she want a mommy makeover. More tail than a Daytona with Ray Gardner. ISUPK. Straight soldiers.
Shall bless thee in the land, what the Lord God giveth thee. He ain't been blessed now. He's been about the church, son. Come on, man. There's so much we can do. Little things we can do that change the whole Black and Latino and Native Indian community. Like that. Like that. But we've been so destroyed here in our mind that we can't see it.
All right, Israel. The water for your attendance if you're going to jump into class. Precinct Captain of 10,000 Cuomo coming out of the Pacific Northwest for this channel, man. You know what I mean? If you're in Seattle, you know what I mean? If you're in Oregon, you in, you know what I mean? The west coast of the map. You got all the way down to San Diego, LA, San Bernardino, you know what I mean? Heading up through the Bay Area, Oakland, Sacramento, San Francisco, Las Vegas, Arizona. If you're on the West Coast Pacific Standard Time, man, tune in to whatever is going on this side of the map, you understand? But in general, what's going on in the four corners of the earth, you know what I mean, with the Israelite School of UPK. So like if I didn't salute any of the brothers, it's Shalom Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshabaraka Thumb. For all the sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shamar Thumb Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. You understand? And tonight's class is just very simple, man, and to the point, man. You should be inspired by the words of the Most High, man, and by the truth, you understand, to really change, man. Like it's some things that in this Bible, man, when you truly understand it and when you truly really read it and dissect it and get the clear understanding of what's being said and what's being prophesied and what's happening, man, you should be really appreciative, man, even in hard times. You understand? Like, especially knowing what's here. You understand? We've been telling you that pain and punishment and wrath and destruction is on the way. You understand? But what is the real main purpose of why it's on the way? For your sakes. You understand? That's why every day you have to deal with the punishments and you have to deal with the bad end of the stick, as they say. You understand? With, you know, certain things that happen in your life. But that is temporary. That is just for a short time. You understand? It's just for the moment. You know what I mean? It's because of what we did not do in our past life and what our forefathers have done. You understand? And so it's very important to read this Bible and dissect it. You know what I mean? And really dissect it for your life's sake, not just yours, but your children, your wives, your wife, whatever the case may be, other brothers, you understand? Because if you do not do this, you understand, you're going to fail us as a nation. You understand? You're going to fail your household, and you're going to fail the Lord who's giving you a second chance, man. Like the Christ, the death of our King Christ, you understand, by the Christian church is taken such as a little thing. You understand? As such a little thing. They take what his sacrifice was, and they really don't understand the magnitude of it. And the reason they don't understand the magnitude of it is because they still live that disgusting life that they have always lived and fake the funk. They perpetrate every day. You know what I mean? And you don't want to fall into the same trap and the wickedness that they fall into. You understand? We're gonna start off, man, at one of my favorites. You understand? But it's also something to put in your mind, which is Psalms, what's that, 119 or 147 verse 19. Let's get that real quick. The book of Psalms. You understand? Right before Proverbs. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19, and it reads, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes, his judgment unto Israel. That's very important. That's so important. Like that statement in itself, you understand? It's like the Lord, what he did is in this book, in the spirit, in these scriptures, you understand, these oracles of the Most High, he showed you a secret, you understand? And that secret was that you were the people that all these beautiful laws that were established for were for. You were the people, you understand, that are supposed to follow this culture, follow these statutes, follow these high holy days, and implement them on a day-to-day, you understand, so that the world can learn to be as you are. You understand? He said he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes, his judgments unto Israel. Jacob, you understand, Israel. You understand, you blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. He showed this unto you because you are special. You are somebody. You are important. You understand? Verse 20, he have not dealt so with any nation. All these other nations he didn't deal with like this. He didn't deal with them. This should inspire you to want to do what the Lord has asked you to do. Because it's like being here in America, right? Your life is always second best, or always coming, second, or always being behind everyone else, or being last, you know what I mean, in everything that seems to be positive in this place. You understand? The Lord made you first. Even though you may come second in America, even though you may come second in the ways of this place, second at your job, second at you know what I'm saying, in school, second in all kind of different factors in life. For the Lord's sake, man, you were number one. That's why he said he have not dealt so with any nation. And as for the judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. You know what I mean? That's why David said, praise ye the Lord, because he was happy to know that his enemies would not get an opportunity at what he knew belonged to him. You understand? When he thought and saw of the Father, he knew that that was his Father and no one else's. He knew that it was his nation of people's Father and no one else's. You understand? And he knew that even though he was going through turmoil and he was being dealt with wickedly and he was being dealt with, unjustly in certain ways, and other nations wanted to cause harm to him and his people, he knew that at the end of the day, the Lord loved him, loved his people, and would stand on his words that were only, in his truth, only for the God, for the nation of Israel. You understand? The 12 tribes. Salakia, let's drop that. Let's keep going into it. Where do I want to go? You know what I mean? Let's go to Matthew, the 15th chapter. Let's go here. Some of this is a little review. All right. Matthew 15. 1 second. Turn this off. Matthew 15, and where we going? Matthew 15th chapter, and we'll go around. We'll start the 21st verse. Let's do that. Matthew 15 and 21. And let's read. Then Yahushua went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. You understand? And why do I bring this out, man? Because you got Christians, you got other nations that cry unto the Lord. You got other nations that think that their God is the God of the Bible. Their God is the God that'll come and save them, even though they are horrible people. They lived a disgusting life. They are the benefactors of blood, rape, robbery, unaliving, all of these horrible and atrocities. You understand? You know what I mean? And you're going to have people like this Syrophoenician woman. This was a Greek woman, aka a Caucasian woman. You understand? She cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, our Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil, with the demon, man. Demons are everywhere, man. They're on all different type of people, not just our people. They're on the other nations too. And this woman's daughter was vexed with a devil, a demon. You understand? And he answered her not a word. He ignored her. You understand? Why did he ignore her? It was so beautiful because he didn't have time for the other nations. Yet the Christian church has prophesied a lie for you to have time for them, man. Be as your king, man. Be as the leader of this nation. Be as someone that prioritizes himself, his people, above all other nations. You understand? I'm gonna keep reading. But he answered her not a word. Verse 23. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she cried after us. And guess who was else in that spirit? The disciples. They cried after her. You know what I mean? They cried after us. And the disciples, in the spirit of Christ, in the spirit of knowing that they had a job to do, and knowing who that they were sent to. Like it said, let's go a few chapters up in 10, just to clear that up real quick. Matthew 10 and 5. This is what the Lord, the Christ, told his disciples, the one that told that Caucasian woman to flee from them. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 sent forth, commanded them, saying, go not unto the way of the Gentiles, like that Syrophoenician woman, that woman whose daughter was vexed with a devil, with a demon. You understand? Go not unto the way of the Gentiles, and any way of the Samaritans enter ye not. Verse 6. But go rather unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's why Christ ignored them. That demon. He ignored that woman. He ignored that other nation. He didn't put any care and consideration into them. You understand? Because he had other people to worry about. Who are those people? His people. What's that? Matthew, the first chapter. What's that? 1 and 18? Hold on. Is it 1 and 18 or what am I thinking? Give me 1 second. Is it 1 and 18? Let me see. Bear with me. I know it's around here. I'll jump back to it in a minute. But like I was saying, this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 5 and 6. But go rather unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And that's what's important, man. As you see the earth crumble, you see the other nations crumble, you see the presidency and these presidents go through all kind of turmoil and hell and manipulation tactics to try to show, you understand, show you that, how do I want to say that? You know what I mean? You got to be wise. You know what I mean? A lot of the things going on, man, are to sway you from not realizing what's in front of you. That's why the scripture says he said to those disciples, go preaching that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. But let's go back to Matthew 15. I'm gonna start at 23. And I'm gonna keep reading. He said, but he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she cried after us, which is very important. Why? Because Christ and the disciples were in the spirit of not caring for the other nations. not caring for the people that the Christian church and your colleagues and your co-workers and your family members tell you that God loves everybody, yet you are destroyed and hated and spit on and ridiculed every single day of your life. You are dealt with unfairly. You were dealt with unjustly, but you want to love everybody. Be in the spirit of Christ and the disciples, nor the other nations. Have no love for them. Have no care for them. You understand? And then hit them hard with the point. And then Christ turned around and said, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And that is important, man, to understand. Being sent into the lost sheep of the house of Israel is our mission, brothers and sisters. You understand? And everything that we do, how we conduct ourselves, how we live our lives, you understand? How we walk, how we talk, all of that is important. All of that is imperative in regards to how we succeed in these latter days, you understand? By having that consideration for one another. You understand? And so I'm going to drop that. We're going to pull Isaiah chapter 60, verse 12. Let's go to Isaiah. Why do I want to go to Isaiah real quick? I go here because you understand a lot of people don't want to realize that they're going to have to serve a black man. They're going to have to serve a Mexican. They're going to have to serve a Puerto Rican. They're going to have to serve the daughters of Israel, the ones that y'all call all kind of ignorant names and derogatory things, you understand, and look beneath them, you understand, and disrespect them in so many different ways, from our elderly to our children to those actively of age, you know what I mean? You disrespect us consistently, and the Lord sees it, understand? And you people, you other nations are going to pay for that treatment of us. But it is not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen if you don't realize what's in front of you, man. Like, the Lord left these oracles and this spirit and this work and this truth for us to digest it and implement it, man. Like, it's so beautiful to know that these people that have done so wickedly with you will have their day. You understand? Let's read that in Isaiah the 60th chapter. Isaiah chapter 60, and this is verse 12. And it reads, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. You understand? That's what's going to happen to these other nations. They're going to perish for not serving us. You understand? You think you're going to be able to do what you do in our kingdom and live? Absolutely not. You will be unalived. You'll be unalive because it's appropriate. You'll be unalive because it's necessary. You will be unalive because it's righteous. You understand? You don't want to serve a black man? Oh, well, you're going to be unalive. Let's read it again. This is Isaiah, the 60th chapter and the 12th verse. It says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. That's clear. It gets no clearer than that. For those that will not serve thee will perish. Yet those nations will be utterly wasted. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to get wasted. You're going to be destroyed as you've destroyed our people. You understand? The destruction of the Native American Indians will not go unheard. You understand? The destruction of blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians will not go unheard. The destruction of our babies in all of these clinics and all of this and your health system and your destructive practices is not going to be unheard. The destruction you caused with the drug epidemic and the destruction of the foundation of the family and the nuclear family and the structure of a father, a mother, and children being together and being raised in one household for their strength, and that being broken into pieces, that's not going to be unheard. You understand? You're going to be utterly wasted for that. You understand? And that's necessary and that's righteous for these other nations to have that judgment. It inspires me to do the work of the Lord, man. It inspires me to want to keep the laws. It inspires me to want to love my brother like I love thyself. It inspires me to want to put down drugs. You understand? Put down all kind of manners of evil and things that cause us to be sick, things that cause us to be in a wrong mind state. because I know that there's a day to come for my enemies. You understand? They will not go unpunished. And it's beautiful in my sight. Every time I read it and hear that they're going to be destroyed, that they're going to get what they deserve, it's wonderful. And I thank the Lord every day for it, you understand? But a lot of y'all don't see it because you lack faith. You lack understanding. You don't believe what's in front of you. You don't believe what the Lord, you know what I mean, said. And that's because you lack faith. You understand? You don't want to put in the work. You don't want to sit there and look and realize that what you care right now in this time, in this place, holds no weight to what is waiting for you in the kingdom of heaven. You understand? Like the kingdom of heaven is not a fairy tale. It is a place that I want to live, and I'm fighting for it every day, as you should. And how do you fight for it? You got to have that spirit of the disciples. When that Greek woman came to them asking to have a devil cast it out, send her away. We ain't worried about her. Get out of here. I got a mission to complete. And that mission is we got to get our brothers and sisters out of hell. We got to get our brothers and sisters in a better space. We got to show them the love and consideration that nobody else would ever show them. Like, that's what's crazy about it. As black and brown people, we don't get love from no other nation on the planet Earth. Everybody else on the planet Earth hates us. They show us that they hate us. They show us that they don't like us. They show us that they have no care for us. And then we do the same thing to each other. We at least need to do some self-examination and realize that we need, if anybody should love us, we should look at each other in the mirror and love each other, man. But we have to get out of that spirit of hate. We have to put down the spirit of the Caucasian race, of the Edomites. We have to put down the spirit of the Moabites. We have to put down the spirit of the East Indians and the Arabs. You understand? We'll never be Chinese and Buddhists. We'll never be Muslims and Arab. We'll never be Christians. You understand? These are false things that are perpetuating our destruction. They're perpetuating our disconnection with the Lord. You understand? Why? Because we don't see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that we got a power that wants us to serve him so he can give us everything. You understand? I'm sorry, man, but I can't wait to get an opportunity to dash thy little one against the stones. You understand? I want them to have to feel the pain that my brothers and sisters had to feel. I think about the Native American Indians. I think about the Trail of Tears. I think about the brothers and sisters that had to walk into those abortion clinics. I think about all of the destruction that's been to my people every single day because they don't know better or they don't have anywhere to fall on. You understand? I got a mission to complete, and you do too if you really love Christ like you say you do. If you really love your people like you say you do, but you don't. You know why I know you don't? Because you do as all the other nations do. You do as what your father, the devil, does. Let's get that in John real quick. John 8. Let's get that. John 8 and 44. Let's get that real quick. 1 second. John chapter 8, verse 44. You know, little bedrock scripture. St. John. Where did I forget? Yeah, it's right after Luke. I'm tripping. Yeah. You understand? You do this. This is your spirit. And you got to wake up out of it. This is book of John, St. John, chapter 8, verse 44. And it reads, ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of the father of your father ye will do. You struggle every day with the things that you do every day is because you don't see that you serve the enemy. You understand? Your finances, your love for your job, your loyalty to the things that bring you nothing but destruction is the very reason why we are in pain every day, why our kids are crying, why our babies are in the street with no foundation, no father, no mother, no nothing. You understand? No nothing to look forward to. Just walking in a desert, you understand? A dry place, you understand? Seeking water. but no one to quench it. No one to quench their thirst because of your selfishness, because you put yourself above your nation. You put yourself above your nation. You got to learn to be selfless and not selfish. It's a hard thing to come across and come by, because guess what? Your whole life you've been beaten and battered and destroyed every day. I understand some days it's hard to want to keep the faith. You understand? I get it, because you're being tried every day, but you got to push forward. You got to do what the Bible says, which means what? To endure, not to be of your father, the devil. You understand? Like women over here twerking. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing sisters twerk. Every time I turn on social media, it's twerking, twerking, twerking. Every time I turn on social media, it's homosexuality, homosexuality, homosexuality. I'm tired of that garbage, man. You understand? We're better than that. And we're being force-fed it. And you got to actually fight. Like, this is one thing that you have to recognize as a people and a nation. You understand? It does not want to be destroyed and be made extinct like the dinosaurs. You understand? Which the Lord won't allow, but you don't want to find yourself as the dinosaurs. You understand? Bones. You know what I mean? Food for the worms. I say that to say, man, you got to fight back. You are being force-fed all this madness day after day, day after day. You got to put yourself in position to combat this onslaught of ways they're trying to destroy our kids, destroy our mothers, destroy our wives, destroy our brothers, man, and keep our family foundation separated. You got to want to hate these things. Hate this place like you love the truth. If you could, how you love the truth, love God, love with knowing that you of the 12 tribes of Israel, knowing that the kingdom of heaven is for you, knowing that you got a place coming for you that's going to be black and brown people in power. You understand? You got to, how you love to know that about yourself, you got to push that. You understand? You got to push it like your life depended on it, because it does. Because they're pushing their demons and their filth and their disgustingness on us every single day. And if you don't fight back, they're going to try to destroy us. We're not a weak people. You got to put your hands up. You can't just keep getting backed in the corner. Sometimes you got to slap the hell out of somebody, you understand? To let it be known that you ain't going for none of that. That's who we are as a people. And I don't mean physically harm somebody unless you defend yourself at all costs. If you're in a situation to defend yourself, you know what I mean? Give somebody the fundamentals if they need them. What I'm saying is you gotta fight this demon. You understand? You gotta fight this beast. You gotta go to war with it every day. Because if not, you're showing that ye are of your father, the devil. You understand? And the lust of your father you will do. You understand? And you got to remember, Satan, you understand? Shaitan, his demons, you understand? He was a murderer. That's what the Bible says, an unaliver, a murderer from the beginning. You understand? And how is he murdering us? How is he unaliving us? With all the tactics, with all the practices, with all the things that caused us to be at odds with one another, what caused us to be at division with one another. We got to wake up, man. We got to wake up and realize we can't continue to get hit with the okie doke. We got to see what's in front of us, man. And what's in front of us is a beast. And that beast looks nothing like us, man. He don't smell like us. He don't think like us. He don't eat like us. He don't do nothing like us. You understand? And we gotta love our nation enough to want to be different, to want to be separated. You understand? I'm gonna drop that real quick, and we're gonna go to James. We're gonna go to the book of James real quick. This is James, the 2nd chapter. You understand? Get some of this water. This is James, the 2nd chapter. Get that real quick. All right. This is James chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 14. This is James chapter 2, verse 14, and it reads, What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man saith he have faith? You understand? And why do I bring this out? Because faith is one piece of the puzzle. And so what is it saying right now in the book of James? What do it profit a man if he just have faith? You understand? And have not works. You can't be as the Christians. The Christians will tell you all day. The Muslims will tell you all day. Oh, I love the Lord. I love Allah. Oh, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm divinely favored. God is with me. God has blessed me. But they do nothing to show you. They do nothing by action. You understand? Your love is by your actions. Don't tell me you love me. Show me you love me. You understand? Show it by getting out there and feeding brothers and sisters. Show me by getting out there and giving your time up when you don't want to do it. Show me by teaching me the truth according to the Bible. Show me by giving me proper instruction and counsel instead of giving me all the things to destroy myself as all the other nations do. You understand? That's what you got to understand what's going on. So he said, verse 14, what doeth profit, my brethren, though a man say if he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? Can faith save you alone? Man, listen, you better believe it. It cannot. Faith is a piece of the puzzle, but it's not the one thing that can save you. I'm going to keep reading. If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, you understand? You know what I mean? We got brothers out here that need to be fed, need to be clothed. You understand? You can't have the faith that it'll get done. You got to go do it. Brothers ain't got no clothes. Go make sure and find some clothes to get them straight, man. When brothers and sisters ain't got no shoes, go get them some shoes. Your brothers and sisters hungry, go feed them. You understand? You better believe that this takes more than faith. It's work and faith. The faith that what you're doing is going to turn their heart, meaning their mind. The faith that what you're doing is going to bring them closer to the Most High God. The faith and your actions of what you do allow them to one day get an opportunity at salvation. You understand? We're going to keep reading. And verse 16, and one of you say unto me, them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled. Can't be like them Christians. Oh, go ahead, do your thing. You'll be all right, brother. Lord, God bless you. God bless you. You understand? When I'm homeless and I'm hungry and I need help, and every other nation wants to see me like this. Every other nation basks and laughs and finds humor in me being destroyed. Listen, man, you better wake up. You better realize what's in front of you and realize the mission you are on and that you have a little time because you are going to be responsible for your actions. Your work will be recorded and you will have to be judged for it. I pray you understand. I pray you realize what's coming. And I pray that you realize it's better to be on the side of the Lord than not be with him at all. We're going to keep reading. And one say unto them, depart in peace, be warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not the things which they need to which are needful to the body. You understand? And doeth it profit. That's what the Bible is saying. You understand? Verse 17, even so faith it is have not works is dead, being alone. Faith without works is dead. That's what the moral of this is, man. Your faith is one thing, you understand? But if you do not understand the importance of what it means to put in the work and have faith doing it, you're going to fail those people around you. You're going to fail those people that you get opportunity to have dominion over. And you're going to walk them into the grave and you're going to be responsible for your actions. And that's what you Christian pastors, you brothers and sisters in the Muslim mosque don't understand. You are going to pay for such a terrible thing that you decided to do. And that was not serve the God of Israel. That was to serve other nations. That was to serve false gods, false idols, things that have no life. You understand? I'm gonna keep reading. This is verse 18. I'm gonna go all the way down to 19. It says, yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. You understand? That's so heavy to understand, man. It says, show me a man. It says, yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without works. You understand? And I will show you my faith by my works. What I do shows my faith in the Most High. What I do shows my faith in my nation and how much I love and care and want my people not to be destroyed. But hey, some of y'all secretly want us to be destroyed because you want to shine, because you want to be the one on top. You want to be the man. Listen, I just want a spot. You understand? Because I understand the position that I'm in. I am not guaranteed anything. Every day is another day to fight for my position. You understand? It's 144,000 of them. You telling me that you can't fight for one of them? You telling me that you scared to put in work for just one spot? You're a different type of man if you don't understand what I'm saying. The men in the Israelite School of UPK, we understand this. We fighting for something that you just couldn't understand. We're inspired to do this work because you matter. We're inspired to do this work because this is for us. We're inspired because we want to be in rulership and power. We want to sit at the table with our king. I want to taste of the vine with him too. But I know that I can't do it without putting work in. And I show my work by the faith that I put, by the faith of how I do things. You understand? I don't think about it, I just do. And that's how brothers and sisters have to move. Yo, and sisters, don't take your, as I talk about brothers having to put in work, don't discredit yourself in any way. You have work to do as well. Your work is just as important to this nation. We need you. We need you to do what is required of you in those houses, for those children. You understand? For your husband. You understand? We need you. You understand? We are one nation, one body. You understand? All equal under the law. You understand? We got work to do. I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna get, where do I want to go from there? Let's go to John chapter 4. Let's go to St. John chapter 4 real quick. St. John chapter 4. 1 second here. St. John chapter 4. That's what I want. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Yeah, this is St. John chapter 4. And I'm going to read verse 24. St. John chapter 4, verse 24. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Listen, man, the Most High is a spirit, man. You can't see him, man. He's invisible, man, meaning, and when I mean invisible, meaning you can't put your eyes on him, but we know he exists, man. You understand? Your flesh and blood can't see the Most High. You're not worthy to put your eyes on him. You understand? But you got to realize, you gotta understand he is the spirit, and we got to worship him in, you know what I mean, in spirit and in truth. You understand? And how do you do that? By following Christ, you understand? By really following him. Not lying, not saying that you love him, not doing what you think is necessary, what you think is honorable, but following the lead. You know what I mean? Following the lead, the path that was led for you. You understand? Following this truth, following this Bible, following these prophets, taking the things that they did in mistake and realizing them and implementing not those issues, but just having them in the foresight so you recognize them when they try to attack you in different demons. You understand? That's why, this precept here, what is that? Joshua 1:18. Let me pull that real quick. One of my favorites. Book of Joshua. This is why I pull this, because it just reminds me. 1:8. I always like to pull this because it's just something that as I think about studying, as I think about the Bible, as I kind of think about the Lord, I think about my people, the angels, you understand, the other nations and what they, you understand, deserve. It keeps me in pocket. And it should, Lord, allow it for you as well. This is Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. Meaning what, man? The truth, this understanding. You understand? This constitution that belongs to us should not depart out of thy mouth. But thou shalt meditate. You understand what it means to meditate? It means to sit down and process and think it over and over and over. Meditate, meaning consume your mind with it. You understand? Thou shalt meditate there day and night, and thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. And why is that so important? Because we failed by not doing what was written in this book. We failed by not realizing how to conduct ourselves. By moving astray from this, you understand? We failed ourselves and our nation. By stepping back and putting on America's laws and not putting on the laws of the Most High Power, you understand? Yahweh in the Hebrew, we failed. You understand? As much as there's so many mysteries and so many different oracles and parables and so many different allegories and so many different this and that in the Bible, you understand? There's so many things that are in there, man. We put on the spirit of the other nations. We thought that their knowledge and their understanding and what they believed to be wisdom was important. And it has done nothing but run us into a grave. And now we have to put on zeal every day. We got to meditate on these scriptures day and night. We got to remember to put this zeal in us to love the Lord, even when it's some days are just you're not feeling like it. Some days you don't want to do it. You're tired because your job is beating you up every day. You're tired because you got to deal with all them kids at the house. You're tired because you got to work more than one slavery just to make ends meet. You're tired because you don't got enough to eat. You understand? Because this place is doing what? It's trying to destroy you. I get it. But even in all that, meditate day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. I'm going to read the last part of verse 8. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous. That's how you become prosperous. That's how you succeed. That's how you get what the Lord, laid down for you. You want to be prosperous? You want to succeed? Do what he tells you to do. And don't play with it. Be serious about it. You understand? Find inspiration. You understand? Find a way to be inspired. Find a way to be motivated. Find a way to tie this in to keep you grounded. You understand? It's necessary. Believe me, you think those that don't understand this truth, you think that this sounds far-fetched and just impossible. Believe me, it's not. Believe me, you're capable. Believe me, as more and more things continue to happen and you implement the Lord's laws, all the other things around you are going to start to get destroyed. And he's going to keep you in his good graces. And I'm going to read that in a minute. I'm going to read the end of verse 8. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. And that's what you want. Being successful is doing what the Lord tells you. You understand? Yes, success is getting some degrees, making some real good things happen for your family. You understand? Getting educated. You understand? Putting yourself in better financial situations to be able to deal with what's going on a day-to-day basis. All that's good. All that's wonderful. But real success is following the Lord. Real success and prospering is doing what you were commanded to do from old. You understand? Let me drop that real quick. Where's that? It's in Ecclesiasticus, or is in Ezra. Where do I want? I just mentioned it. Give me 1 second. I'll go there in a minute. Actually, let me go to Ecclesiasticus real quick. 3. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 3rd chapter. We're going to go here real quick, and then I'm going to jump into Corinthians. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 24. You understand? I'm way too far in. Let me get here. This is where we at. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion. But that's what's the problem. Why'd I go here? Y'all get in the way of yourself. Your opinions don't matter. What the Lord said matters. Who he said love matters. What he said eat matters. How he said talk matters. How you live your life according to what the Most High said matters. It says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. And that's another thing too, because you question the Lord and his truth because it doesn't feel right to you, meaning it doesn't sound good to you. It doesn't speak to you like them Christians tell you all the time, the Lord, this is speaking to me. The Lord, he was talking to me, and man, that is garbage. The Lord hears no voices of them sinners, man. You understand? He don't hear none of that. You're lying. You're lying when you're saying that. You understand? You're talking to yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. You understand? Lock in. Don't hear, your own vain opinion of something. Hear the truth. And the truth is, you know nothing and the Lord knows everything. And because you know nothing, it's good to go after the truth. You understand? And those that he put in front of you to teach you the works, teach you the conduct, teach you the spirit of the Most High power. You understand? Let's drop that. We're going to go to Corinthians. We're going to go to Corinthians. I think it's first. I think is it second or first? It's 1 Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians. Let me see, where was I going? The 3rd chapter, that's what it is. 1 Corinthians chapter 3. And we're going to start at verse 6. He says, I have planted, Apollos watered. You understand? This is Paul, right? Paul saying, man, listen, man, in this work, man, I have planted Apollos watered. You understand? Meaning they were working together. They were in unison. That's how we're going to build this kingdom of heaven. That's how we're going to build this thing up. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God, meaning the Most High, giveth the increase. And why is that important to understand? Listen, man, you got to just do this work, man. You understand? This brother planting, this brother watering, this brother doing that. That's fine, man. Just work. Without thinking, just work. Do what you're told. Follow orders. Put yourself in the right situations to help your nation, your people, so we can give them an opportunity. You understand? Keep going. I'm going to keep going here. It says, verse 7. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High giveth the increase. You understand? Some days you may question and wonder. You understand? Man, I ain't getting this. The Lord ain't helped me out today. Listen, stop worrying about that, man. The Lord gonna give the increase. He gonna do it with or without you. But you might as well just do the work and with much faith. You understand? And he gonna give you the increase. Verse 8. Now he that planteth and have watereth are one, meaning they together. You understand? That's why we got a reader and a speaker. You understand? They together. You understand? Like we are one. We work together. We are on the same mission, one body. You understand? We're laboring to really bring the kingdom of heaven together. You understand? I'm gonna read the top of 8. Now, he that planteth and watereth are one. They are together. And every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. That's what's gonna happen. That's why you shouldn't worry about, oh, this brother, he ain't doing what I do. Oh, I do this and do that. Brother, get your spirit in check. You understand? Some brothers have certain gifts. Some brothers capable of this. Just get the work out of them. You understand? Y'all working for the same mission. You understand? You working together. We keep reading. Verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry, and ye are the Most High's building. You understand? Verse 10. According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder. You understand? I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take it heed how he buildeth thereupon. Meaning what? You brothers and sisters out here pushing false doctrines, pushing false narratives, pushing things that are contrary to the Bible and to this truth that was ordained in 1969, man, you better be careful. You better be careful, because you're gonna build on the wrong foundation, and you're gonna lead brothers astray, and you're gonna have to pay for that, man. You're going to have to deal with what you have done. And I pray you understand that you're not going to be dealt with the way you want to be dealt with. You know what I mean? I'm going to read the top of 10 again, and it reads, according to grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For other foundations can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahushua Christ. You understand? You shouldn't be trying to lay a foundation on anything else other than what stands on our King, man. What he did, how he moved, how he conducted himself. You understand? That's why we don't respect you, brothers, because you live in contrary to the Most High and our King Christ. You live in opposition to the laws. You do what you think is right, and that's what scripturally right. You do what you feel is necessary, and not what God feels is necessary. We're going to keep reading. Let me see. I'm going to go in all the way to, I think I'm going to go, my notes, I'm going to go all the way to 15. Yeah, a couple more verses. Verse 12. Now, if any man buildeth upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. You understand? And fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. You understand? And what's that fire? That fire is very important. Let me get the precept for that real quick. What is that fire? 1 second. Jeremiah, I'm going to go to Esdras. Go to Esdras. Let's go to 2nd Esdras 13. The fire that it's talking about, man. And then you building, man, your foundation that you building upon, and them brothers and sisters you raising up are going to be tested. So it's imperative that you do it the right way and not the wrong way. Do it according to God, not according to how you feel. You understand? Give me 1 second. Let me get it. 2nd Esdras. I'm tripping. Yes, in the beginning. 13 and 30. I got it marked in here. Here we go. Do I want to start at 37? No, 38. And it says, this is for that fire in 1 Corinthians. And shall lay before them evil thoughts and torments, wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which like are unto the flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire. You understand? Like that fire, man, is that law, man. You got to teach them and instruct them properly, give them correct guidance, so that what ends up happening, you understand, is that they're able to withstand things that come in that day. And when things get revealed, man, they become exactly who they were built to be. You understand? And verse 15, so to clear that up, if any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire, by the law. That's what it's talking about, man. You're gonna be tormented. You're gonna be told not to do this work, man. You're gonna be told, you can't confess and prophesy to be a Jew, man. You're gonna be told these things. Why are you gonna be told these things? Because they don't want you to return to righteousness. They don't want you to return to who you were always meant to be. Drop that. Let me go to. We'll stay in second address. Just go to. I want to pull that. Let me see. Second address. I want to go there. Yeah, we can go here. So it's very important you understand, you got to really start to hate this world, man. You got to hate everything about it, hate the place, you know what I mean, and how it moves, how it, how it thrives. It thrives on your destruction. You understand? We got to find ways to really battle this beast. You understand? We're going to read this in 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. It says this: woe to the world, meaning what? Destruction to the world, and them that dwell where therein. That's important, man, because this world is trying to destroy our people, man. And I say woe to it, man. You understand? Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and the people shall stand up to fight against one another, and the swords in their hand. You understand? And this is a prophecy about what's going to happen, man. You know what I mean? This world is going to be destroyed, man. And if you just turn to the Lord, man, you inspire, you know what I mean, others, and you stay inspired to keep this truth and stay locked in. This is what's going to happen to everybody else but you. Verse 16, for there shall be a sedation among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 17, and a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able to. And that's what's going to happen, man. As this place keeps going into World War III, man, you're going to see how you ain't going to be able to move around the way you want to move around, meaning the other yourself and these other nations, because it's going to be civil war. It's going to be all kind of things going on. You understand? And this was prophesied, man. It was prophesied to tell us this because it was beautiful for us to know that the Lord, he cared enough about us to warn us of what's coming. You understand? You understand? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, their houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. And this is what's coming, man. They're going to be afraid. Their houses is going to be destroyed. All kind of crazy madness. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what's coming to this place, man. It's coming to this place because this place deserves all of the judgment for what it's done to you. You understand? And it's beautiful to see it. It's beautiful to realize. It's beautiful to read about it. You understand? This is why you should meditate on this day and night, knowing that, you understand, a place like this will not exist forever. A place like this is going to fall, but it's going to fall when you step into your righteousness, when you decide you are going to be as you were called. Like, you were called to do this work. If you hearing our voices, if you coming across our videos, you seen us on the street corners, and you stop and you take a second to really take on what we're telling you. That's a moment for you to actually realize you're potentially being called. That's why scripture said, if he have an ear, let him hear. Your ear is being opened up to say, hey, what do you think about the Lord? And when you turn, you understand, and consider him not, you're going to be judged for it severely. You understand? And you're going to be a partaker in the judgment that's to come. Let me see where else I want to go. Let's see. Let's go to Psalms chapter 91. Let's go to Psalms 91. Psalms 91. It's one of those bedrock scriptures. Yeah, 91:1. Why do I bring this here, man? And all of your serving the Lord, and all of your time, you're going to be persecuted in this place, and they're going to be trying to come after us, man. This is what the Lord had to say about it. This is Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Meaning what? You're going to be in safekeeping, man, if you do what the Lord told you to do. You really fight for your people, fight for your nation, you're going to dwell in the secret place of the Almighty. Verse 2, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. And that's what you got to learn to do, man. Can't learn to trust them in the Christian church, man. They've been failing us. That's a failed experiment. The Christian church is a failed experiment. The Muslim mosque is a failed experiment. But because you've lived a life as a failure, you embrace those things. It's time to learn to come to the winning team. And that winning team is Israel. That winning team is the ISUPK. You understand? And I say that because I know the men that labor among me. I know the brothers that are striving and fighting to push this word on the four corners of the earth. I know these brothers love their people. You understand? And I know your Christian church to hate our people. I know your Muslim mosque to hate our people. You understand? How do I know these things? By their actions, by their deeds. You understand? Their selfishness. We're going to keep reading. Verse 3, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the nuisance of pestilence. When all these things start to come into fruition and start to really take hold on the earth, because pestilence is coming. It's here now. That's why they're poisoning the land every day to try to yield what they can to grow. You understand? But they can't. It's getting harder and harder to grow things because everything has order. Even the land and the earth you should let breathe for at least 1 year. How you get a time off on the Sabbath, the Lord gave the earth a time for the Sabbath, meaning it gave it its time to not have to yield any fruit. You know what I mean? Let it reform itself and rebuild itself back up to bring the nutrients and get back to normal. We live with a filthy, disgusting beast that just wants more and more and more. And you're going to be underneath the shadow of the Almighty, free from pestilence and nuisance, if you come to serve him. Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers. You understand? And under his wings thou shalt trust, and his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. You understand? It'll be the things that protect you. You'll be under his protection. Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, And that's what the Christian church and all these other nations, you know what I mean, are going to be under terror. But you won't be when you come to serve the Lord. That's what's inspiring about this book, man. All you got to do is serve him. All you got to do is what he told you to do. It's like a father saying, I'm going to give you everything you want. Just do everything I ask you. And when I get back home, if it's all done, everything I said I'm going to do for you, I'm going to do for you. That's our father. But we keep bumping our head or getting persuaded or getting, getting off track. We got to wake up, man. Time to follow that straight path. You understand? Verse 6. Nor it's like verse 5. For thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day. And listen, that's talking about all the destruction that's coming. It's gonna be terrors at night, terrors during the day. You know what I mean? All kind of different aircrafts and missiles and guns and all kind of wickedness that takes place. You understand? Nor verse 6, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at the side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Meaning, you're gonna see tons of people perishing, tons of people being destroyed. But for you, it's not gonna happen if thou comest to serve the Lord. You understand? Verse 8, only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. And listen, you're going to be in the protection of the Lord, being able to see the reward of the wicked, man. What's the reward? That terror, that pestilence, that hammer on their head, man. He's going to give them everything he promised you. You understand? Your pain is not going to go unheard. It will not. We serve a merciful God. You understand? And he is going to be merciful to us by allowing us potentially to be saved and gain some salvation. And he's going to show us mercy by fulfilling what he promised he would do to the other nations because of what they did to us. Where we at? Verse 8 or verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, the habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Verse 11. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, and keep thee in all thy ways. Man, listen, the Lord, man, he promised, man, the angels going to protect us in that day, man. They're going to watch over us. They're going to make sure we in his feathers, man, tucked away, man, protected while the earth deals with all the madness. You understand? He got to keep his remnant as he promised. You understand? He's going to keep the 1/3, man, and he going to tuck us away. He got the 144 that's going to do tremendous work in the near future. And I can't wait to see it. You understand? Verse 12, Lord allow anyways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest dash thy foot against the stone. You understand? They're going to protect us from, being harmed, is what that's saying. Let me drop that. See if we get a little bit more. Bear with me. Let me see. Where else do I want to go? One more second. Bear with me. I'm gonna go to where I want to finish this up at. Bear with me, Salakia. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16, real quick. Bring this out because it's just good to understand. Reinforcing and hitting that, man. Hitting that real quick. Isaiah 34:16. Why do I go here? Because it's imperative to learn your book. This Bible is yours. Nobody else. No white man's. You know what I mean? No Asian man, no Arab man. This Bible belongs to a black man, to a Hispanic man, to a Native Indian man. You understand? This is Isaiah 34:16, and reads, it says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. It's very important, man. Reading is fundamental. We our whole time know been taught not to read. You understand? We don't read nothing. You understand? We don't even read the manuals on something, on instructions on how to build certain things. You understand? We gotta build better practices, and we gotta destroy bad habits. You understand? And this is one of those good practices that you want to read. You understand? And that you want to learn. Let's read this again from the top. Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. You understand? You read out of this book of the Lord, man, and you start to understand it, and you get proper instruction, and you get proper, context, and you really implement what's being told, you will not fail. You can't. This is a recipe for success. We read that in Joshua 1:8. It says, "In thee of these shall not no one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it commanded, and his spirit it gathered them." And listen, you learn this truth, you learn this understanding, man. Your spirit gonna be in check, and you gonna gather, and you gonna claim brothers and sisters' lives, man. And you're gonna be the reason why they get an opportunity at life. You understand? Let me go to one more precept. Let's go to Luke, the 24th chapter. Luke 24, right before John, St. John, anyways. And you know what I mean? So when I say read, right, out of the book of the Lord, you understand? And it will not fail you. Why is it that you want to read? Because this book talks about Christ. It talks about the man who lived his life, you understand, and fulfilled his duty by completing the mission that was put in front of us. You understand? In front of him, excuse me, so that we had a chance. You understand? And so when you learn about this book, you learn about these prophets, you learn about your history, you learn about the wars, you learn about the good times, you learn about our mourning and our lamentation and lamenting. You understand? You learn about the things and future things to come. You're going to be wiser for it. You understand? This is Luke chapter 24, verse 44. It reads, and he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the laws of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. That's so important to understand. Listen, get this book and read. And don't just read, apply it. And when you apply it, know that it's written of your king. Know that it's written of him. Know that it's written of your nation. Know that it's written that it's established for you to be the people of God. You understand? Know that it's here so that you gain the opportunity at life and that you don't perish like all the others that will soon. You understand? Many people are in the grave right now that might not ever get an opportunity. Who knows? The Lord only knows. But as we look at the time, we're in the last days. Some brothers and sisters are just not going to make it. Don't let that be you. When you got the opportunity, he gave you 2 eyes to see. He gave you a brain, you know what I mean, to use, to comprehend. You understand? He gave you every little thing that you needed to accomplish this mission. As hard as you may think it is, it's easier than you think. You understand? I'm going to read this one more time. This is the book of Luke, chapter 24, verse 44. And he said unto them, this is Christ speaking, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, you understand? And in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. This book has talked about Christ returning. This book has talked about the nation of Israel coming back together. This book has talked about these other nations perishing if they do not serve our King and prepare themselves to serve you, man. You should be inspired to know that this is for you. You understand? And this is going to, you know what I mean, be the way the world moves forward when he returns. So you might as well get right and start walking down that straight gate. With that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end the class and preach and captain the 10,000 Como all. You're in the Pacific Northwest. You understand? Tap into the classes, isupk.com. You understand? You're Seattle, Oregon. You understand? Tacoma. You know what I mean? Eugene, Oregon. What else is there? Portland. You understand? The Bay Area, Sacramento, San Diego, Los Angeles. You understand? Las Vegas, Arizona, everywhere on the west coast of the map, man. Tap in, get in class, find a school near you, learn how to be a better man, know how to be a better woman, learn how to be a better family. You understand? Learn to be a better person. Implement what the Lord has instructed us, not in the lenses of a Christian, not in the lenses of a Muslim, but in the lenses of an Israelite. You understand? The scripture said he put that in your inward parts. You understand? For you to really, you understand this book, it has to be broken down to you by a man of God. And when you start to hear the truth, you'll start to understand it if you really want to embrace the Lord. You understand? With that, I'm going to salute brothers and sisters out. To all my brothers, Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahshai Baraka Thumb. To all my sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shemar Thumb Bashem Yahshai. Once again, I'm preaching Captain 10,000 under Commander Johanna at ISUPK. With that, I'm going to end this class.